Welcome to Mars.
Welcome back to Mars Radio. We're here with our next guest. He goes by the name of Beama. Beama, welcome to Mars Radio. How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? I'm blessed.
All
I
right, go
feel
ahead and
good.
introduce yourself to the Mars Radio platform.
What's up, Mars Radio? My name's Beama, young artist out of Chicago by the way of Sacramento, or out of Sacramento by the way of Chicago, however you want to put it.
Okay, so you're from Chicago originally.
Originally, yes.
Okay, and how old were you when you moved from Chicago to Sacramento?
I was 14 years old.
Okay, so you're from Chicago, for reals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Born and raised over there, and then
Yeah.
probably learned to be a man in Sacramento.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. I
So,
grew like half and half. Like I
yeah,
grew up, my wonder years.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was in like Sacramento.
That's
I
what's up.
got a lot of game in Chicago.
So,
Though.
so what do you think of when you think of Chicago?
Say it again.
So
Sorry.
what do you think of when you think of Chicago?
My family mostly.
Yeah.
Shit that they got going on. What they up to really.
What would you say to describe Chicago to somebody that's never been?
Be careful like anywhere else you go. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
be careful. It's a beautiful city. Like Chicago is like one of those places where it ain't gonna bug you if you ain't bugging it.
I noticed that. I've been to Chicago and I love Chicago, and you're exactly right. If you don't go looking for shit, it's usually not gonna find you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. What do you think of when you think of Sacramento?
It's more peaceful for me because I'm not a part of none of the politics out there.
Mm.
So it's more peaceful for me. You know what I'm saying?
Would it make sense to say it's pretty much Sacramento's the same way? If you stay out of shit, then you don't have to worry about it?
Yeah, it's the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be retarded for me to move from Chicago and then I'm blood cuz or a mob. Like, and then I leave Chicago and then you get into some bullshit in the sack. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
that wouldn't make sense. You'd be going backwards if you did that.
Yeah, it should be the same for somebody coming from Sacramento to Chicago. Like, why go to Chicago and get into some bullshit out there? You know what I mean?
For sure. So, when you were growing up in Chicago, what kind of kid were you? Oh, put it like this: did you grow up with both of your parents or just one?
Well, my mom was married, to my stepdad. I call him dad. I never really face to face met my real father.
You never met him?
No, I never met him face to face. I know who he is though, but
so what you remember is your stepdad.
Yeah, I remember going over with my stepdad.
So you grew up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
And did most of your friends have both parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of my friends have both their parents.
That's what's up, bro.
We all did, to be honest. Like, to think about it, like,
you one of the few, bro. Too many people sit down right there and they're just like me, only grew up with one parent.
Yeah, I grew up like in Chicago, like growing up, like it was always some older niggas that'll teach us shit. And there was always somebody's dad. Like my friends, like they dad next door would discipline us like how our mama would if they weren't there.
I remember that. That's good. Because it used to be the community taking care of everybody, taking care of each other.
And when you ask me what I think about Chicago, that's what I really think about my family, like how it really was as a child. Like how these kids now is, I don't know how they came about, other than them knocking down the projects.
I think it's because society made it to where you can't govern other people's kids anymore. Remember, like, well, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, if an adult saw a kid doing something they weren't supposed to be doing, they would tell them to stop.
Yeah, you discipline them. You give them some game at least.
And nowadays the kids is like, "Fuck you, you're not my mom or dad."
They got switches now.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, what you mean?
I'm about to tell you. Matter of fact, run that.
Nigga, give me your car. Fuck you talking about?
That's right. All right, so growing up in Chicago, what kind of kid were you? Were you like the nerdy type? Were you into sports? Were you into girls? Were you always into trouble? I mean, were you funny? What kind of kid were you?
I was the white boy in my classes all the way till I came out here. I was the white boy. They called me white boy, white brand.
Why is that? Because you're light skinned?
Yeah, I was so light, and it's like Chicago segregated. Mm-hmm. So like you go up north, everybody's white. You go to the south side, everybody black. I wasn't in no class with no white kids, Mexicans, Asians until I moved to California.
Really?
Yeah. So growing up, no matter how I dressed, no matter how I talked, everybody thought that I was just pretending. They thought I was a white boy, but all my brothers and sisters
wait.
was black.
So where you were at, they didn't base they didn't consider you black because you were light skinned?
Well, I knew I was black. It was just a joke to them
Oh,
to be
okay.
so light.
No, but I'm saying they never took it like he's really white or
Yeah, I had to deal with that light skin nigga shit.
yeah.
Like, yeah, a white
Oh,
boy. Like,
okay.
he's like,
Yeah.
it was crazy how light I was compared to my brothers and sisters and everybody
Right.
else around.
Right.
So it was like the butt of the joke.
Your brothers and sisters are dark skinned?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. My mother's my complexion.
You stand out, huh?
Like a sore thumb with tape around that motherfucker.
Oh
I ain't gonna
man, so
lie.
you've been dealing with it your whole life.
Whole life, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's crazy. So transitioning from Chicago to Sacramento, how was that for you?
It was easier. I ain't gonna lie, it was fun. Cause like I said, in Chicago, I was the white boy. Like a lot of the sisters was like didn't fuck with me like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was yeah.
Because
I
then
was
they would
like,
have to deal with it.
huh?
Because they would have had to deal with it.
Or not even, they just wasn't attracted to it. It
Oh
was
shit!
just
It was
different.
like
It was
that,
so
huh?
different. Like I
Damn.
was so fucking white. I mean, then my mom used to take me. My mom, we used to have to wear uniforms to school.
Right.
So my mom used to like put me with the uniform with the black Payless shoes, and I had to go to school with my shirt tucked in. So I'm the white boy with this whole uniform on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And this is in
So
Chicago.
this is Chicago. So when I moved to California, like the girls was on me. I had an accent.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
They like the difference.
yeah, it was it just blew up for me.
So you went from a regular old or
To a
maybe
player
even
ass nigga
to the guy, huh? To the boy.
I swear, I went to Chicago recently, man, and I met up with my one of my homegirls from like elementary, and like so we did some months in high school with each other, like kicked it. And she was like, "You used to be a little lame ass nigga.
Right.
You didn't grew up on us and shit. Like you
Damn.
fine and shit now. Like, but you know, it's just I'm not developed to be a handsome young man.
Right.
You know, like it's just happened
Right.
like that.
So in California, what are the things that you noticed that were different the most at that time compared to Chicago?
It went so in Sacramento, it wasn't so many niggas on the street corner. It was a lot of people outside. You feel me? But
Right.
not like how it was in Chicago.
Outside,
Like
that's the thing in Chicago.
yeah, and then it's more versatile. You feel me? Like I'm in school, like I'm out here, like I'm dating Mexican women, Asian women. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, a white girl.
So the diversity.
The diversity. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more of a melting pot out here.
Okay.
You know, like people are more like close with each other, no matter the ethnicity. You feel
Everybody
me?
in Chicago is from Chicago, and everybody in California is from somewhere else, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Like if you go to if you come to Sacramento, you will realize like it's not as I'm not trying to be harsh, but it's not as racist. You know what I mean? Like
It's what do you mean?
Chicago,
It's not. It's not as
Chicago really
racist.
racist. Chicago's segregated. Like when I say segregated, white people don't fuck with black people. Black people don't fuck with white people. Mexicans don't fuck with black people. Black
Right.
people don't fuck with Mexicans.
So California was more laxed in that sense.
Exactly. It was more
Yeah.
relaxed. You could be around more people and actually like learn different ethnicities, different cultures.
Did you like that or did you not like that?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What?
Yeah.
Like it was just different, you know, and they fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a guy that's come from Chicago and everybody like not fucking with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't have that many friends. It was more fights than anything.
Right.
And I come out here, then people like wanting to get to know me. And these people are different. They nicer. You know what I mean? Not nicer as in like less street. They just
well, I'm glad you came out to California, man.
Huh?
I'm glad you came out to California.
Shit, me too. Honestly, I probably would have been dead. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago,
it's crazy with all the racism still going on.
Yeah, it's hard in a lot of different angles in Chicago. Yeah. It's a lot of like, you know, it's places you can't go. It's a lot of places you cannot go. There's people that come from where I'm from and they go downtown to pull their phone out like it's an attraction. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they just went out of town somewhere because they don't go downtown. They don't leave the block. They don't leave the hood. If they don't got no money, they rarely see the Sears Tower unless they seeing it from they block. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah, I went to New York, and when I went to New York, I was hanging around people from New York, and they hadn't even seen some of the shit in New York.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm about to go to the Statue of Liberty. They're like, dang, I ain't even, I was like, for real, bro? You live right here?
And they live there because, man, it's a lot of activity on them blocks, though.
Yeah.
The population, you know, you got 2,000 people probably living on the same block.
A lot of people also, they stay where they're comfortable, bro.
Yeah, that is well. That is well. And, you know, like, it's fun. It was fun growing up, though, in Chicago. I ain't gonna lie, because you never had to leave the block.
Right.
All your friends is there.
And everything you needed is there, probably.
You know what I mean? Ride your bike up and down the hood. Everything you need is
Riding
right there.
bikes, he
You know what I'm
says.
saying? You ride you feel me? Going around the
That's
corner with your
ancient
homies.
nowadays. I haven't seen a
Kids
kid
don't
on
do
a
that shit no
come
more.
on.
Hell no.
Riding bikes. Pass me that tablet.
50 deep riding bikes up the street. You know what I'm saying? Like it was fun. You feel me? But nowadays kids can't do that no more. It's too much violence.
Yeah, that's true.
They want to steal cars now. They don't want to ride no bike.
Oh, they're gonna ride. They're gonna ride in a whip.
That's what they doing now. They stealing cars like crazy in Chicago. That's their shit, man. Yeah.
Damn.
You gotta be careful.
So, growing up, becoming a man, you're in Sacramento. When do you start dealing with the music and stuff? When do you start falling in love with music? What leads you to music?
Well, shit, I came out here like that was my survival tactic in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Like, what you be? I'm a white boy. I'm just like y'all. Hear me spit this shit.
So when they doubted you, you busted some rhymes.
No, motherfucker ain't never doubted me. I always been like you know, you 14 years old, rapping your vernacular, your vocabulary not thick like that. Right. But I always had something about my character that was like, damn, you was like to do this.
Cat, rap, sat,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Get you some life up underneath you, and then where you start the psychological fact of the matter.
You get lyrical on their ass, put real words together and making it make sense. So it was a defense mechanism. It's what helped me together and have people fuck with me that didn't fuck with me.
What led you to music?
All right, so my two other brothers, you know what I'm saying, they used to always play Nas and Biggie and 3 6 Mafia and shit. And my brother CJ used to we used to sit down and play the music on a tape recorder, pause it, and then write the lyrics and shit.
Oh, so you can learn the songs?
Learn the songs, and I started seeing pictures out of that, out of what I was writing. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is interesting. I want to do this. And then the motherfuckers looked like they was making a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. All the rappers looked like they were rich as fuck. And then this nigga Jay-Z dropped the blueprint. And right there at 7th grade, when he dropped the blueprint, I seen the difference. I seen what this shit was really about, to be a rapper from where we from.
So you were influenced by the blueprint?
I was influenced by the blueprint, major.
2001.
2001. Yeah, I was
9/11.
61st and Princeton is where we stayed. You know, when that album came out, and I listened to that shit in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he said, no offense, cause I fuck with Nas tough. I love Nas. Ike put me on Nas. You know what I mean? I know Nas word by word. But when Jay said, you ain't lived it, you witnessed it in your folks' pad and scribbled in your notepad and created your life. And I was like, oh, a lot of these niggas is lying. Yeah. So like it began to be
Takeover.
That was the takeover. Yeah. And that
takeover. The breaks over. J-Ho.
Yeah, God MC, me. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z be thinking he's tight.
He know he's tight. That's the thing. It's not a given to rap.
Right.
So that gave me purpose. Like if I could be a rapper and become something out of this shit, then that just gave Brandon purpose.
So you heard Blueprint and you said, okay, so some of these guys aren't telling the truth. I got a real story. I could do this.
Exactly. And I kind of feel like that's what influenced anybody to rap. Like everybody got their own influence. That was mine. You know, somebody might listen to Eminem and be like, oh, I could rap about my trials and tribulations.
Eminem. So who had the better verse on Renegade?
Shit, everybody know Eminem lyrically had the better verse.
I just wanted to see how far you were going to take this Jay-Z shit.
I mean, even Jay said that shit. He said it's so dope though on A Star Is Born. You know what I mean? It's flowing. He said the white boy blossom after Jay endorsed him. It's flowing Renegade. Fucking awesome. But you see how he said the white boy blossom? And then he ends it with fucking awesome with some white boy shit. That's why I like Jay-Z. Because you listen to it, every time you listen to him, you hear new shit. And that shows me an educated motherfucker from where we from. That shows me a motherfucker who actually thinks. So this rapping shit ain't just about rapping. It's about how we think. And I had made a post on Instagram. I think I took it down, and I was explaining like everybody was down the rappers. Like, oh, you want to be a rapper? He's a rapper.
Right.
But 100 years from now, that's the only way they're gonna be able to tell exactly how we living. Because they're not gonna tell the truth about how we living. We gotta write it. That's the only source that we have to read it truthfully about how we living.
I think 100 years is a little bit of a stretch. All they gotta do is listen to the music now. That's how we living. They're telling it. They're talking. Look, you got the killing. The fashion, what's popular, all that shit is in the music.
That's what I'm saying. But you got people that are downplay a rapper for wanting to be a rapper.
Yeah.
But that's one of the
I
only
think that's because it's oversaturated, so there's no
yeah, the
way
motherfuckers
to
who
tell out. Because back in the day, like you had to be nice to be a rapper.
yeah.
Now you just have to be popular to be a rapper.
Yeah, that as well. That's half of the story. Because,
Mm-hmm.
you could be popular and then don't mean shit
Yeah,
about your music. Don't mean
that's the
nothing.
cap rap.
But this is what I've been pointing out to a lot of people. If you listen to the real lyricists, you're going to J. Cole, we're going to Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas making more money than motherfuckers who just talking about the stuff with lack of a substance, stuff with no substance. You know what I'm
You
saying?
think
Like,
so?
yeah,
I think those guys are making.
because they have substance. The rappers with substance are making more
I
money.
think they're they've been around longer. If Drake's been around the same amount of time, and those guys don't make as much
Yeah,
as Drake
Drake's
makes.
included. Drake's a lyrical rapper. Drake's on his own terms, but he's not. He's not necessarily the full backpack lyrical rapper, but his substance connects to enough people where he's outselling motherfuckers because of substance.
You think so?
Yeah, yes,
Have you heard his new album?
yeah. Not I'm talking about this new album. I'm talking about
Have
like
you heard the one before it?
huh?
The one before it? I think his last 5 albums were mid.
I mean like the songs he first came out with
Yeah, when he first
when he
came
was
out, that was
rapping,
yeah.
he was making more money when he was rapping,
You
and
think so?
yeah,
He's a
Drake.
billionaire now, bro.
He was a multi-millionaire off of the music that he made earlier in his days. They not. I mean, I don't. Drake could come out with a song, right,
Mm-hmm.
and make it a hit. He knows that he could come out with a song and make it a hit. Right now, to me, if you ask me as a connoisseur of this rap shit,
Mm-hmm.
listener, he's stretching his hands. He's just he's being creative. He's
Right.
experimenting.
Yeah.
He deserves that to be able to do that
Right.
because his earlier music got him
Right.
$100 million. You know what I'm saying? Got him respect in the game. Look at all of the shit he was up against.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as what I was talking about, rappers with substance, they sell more records.
You think so?
Yes, we might not see them on TV or going
Uh,
viral as much,
I
but
think
they
I
sell and they
think
sell
Nas
more.
is one of the most dopest rappers with substance, and he doesn't sell like
I
the.
mean, this generation, I'm talking about.
I'm
Okay,
saying.
J. Cole compared to this is nothing against nobody. Like I fuck with everybody who made it.
Mm-hmm.
But women lie, numbers lie. I mean, women lie, men lie, numbers don't.
Right.
J. Cole will outsell a ESTG record
But Nas
because of the
won't.
substance.
But Nas won't.
Nas won't outsell ESTG.
Hell no, bro.
I mean, that's not. I mean, this generation right now.
This generation, Nas won't.
But that's because I mean, the people who buy music, people who's
He
going to
won't
the
outsell Lil
concerts,
Baby either. He won't outsell Lil
Lil
Durk
Baby come
either.
with some substance. Lil Durk come with some substance. Lil Durk come with some substance. ESC junk come. EK does come with some substance, but
I'm
we
saying they
talk
all come
about
with substance, right? But if we're talking about like talented ass rappers,
Kendrick,
ESTG.
Kendrick Lamar is outselling all of these motherfuckers, and he's dropping an album every 5 years
That's because he's
because of
Kendrick Lamar,
how
bro.
strong.
He's a unicorn.
But we talk about his substance.
There's four unicorns:
But
J.
that's
Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and who's the other guy? I don't remember who we
that's
just
that's
mentioned.
that,
But
that's
those
it.
guys.
That's his substance. You know what I'm saying? That's his lyrical ability is why Kendrick Lamar is Kendrick Lamar.
I I think Kendrick Lamar outsells everybody because of the mystique of him not being around. He's not visible. You remember back in the day,
He
the
don't have to
artists.
be. He give
The,
you all of him when he drops a record. He gives you enough of him when he drops a record. That's what it matters. Like you go on my Instagram right now, I kind of feel like I don't have a lot of followers because I don't post bullshit every day.
right.
Just to hopefully become viral. We just see this motherfucker on the freeway, right? With a big ass tire. You feel me? If I would have posted that, I would have went viral probably. You know what I
Right.
mean? Even
Right.
looking do shit was I don't do that type of shit. I just want people to know me as far as the substance I give them, the music I give them. That's to me that should be enough.
So, seeing how you're that type of fan and you're that type of person, is that the type of artist you are? You only make music with substance that is going to change the world?
I make music about how I feel that day when I'm making that
Right.
song. I make music about how I feel in the present, in the past, present, and the future. And
Right.
everything I say is how I really feel.
So, are you more of a lyrical rapper than a like a?
I could do both. Like I like to experiment. I can't. I used to be like, man, I haven't found myself, but I could do anything, and that's what I do.
So, how would you describe your sound?
I really don't. I could do anything. You know, I
If we made a playlist of your music, what other artists would be in that playlist? Like what sound do you have?
it could be
Not
that,
who do
that
you
could be
copy,
right
but
next to it.
yeah. What do you sound like?
Man, you
Would your
could put me
music
next to
be
anybody. You could put me next to anybody.
Bima, I'm not talking about your capability, bro. We
I
know
get
your
it.
jokes,
I
okay?
get
Just answer the question and don't be so defensive.
I'm not. I'm not.
If they were gonna put you on a playlist,
Yeah.
who would be the other artist on that playlist?
Okay. All right. All right. I would say J. Cole,
Okay.
Kendrick, ESTG, Future, motherfucking Jay Z, some Nas, um, some Biggie, some Pac.
Biggie and Pac, huh?
Yeah, bro. I'm raw as hell. I ain't gonna lie. I'm influenced by rap.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why that Jay-Z album influenced me so much. That was a huge album for rap. That
Right.
was a huge truth teller. That was a bubble burster for a
Yeah.
lot of motherfuckers.
Well, it did a lot for Kanye too.
Bro, look what that led Kanye. He's a fucking multi-billionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah.
the biggest, the most famous person in the world right now.
You think Kanye is the most famous person in the world?
Yes, Kanye talks too much shit not to be the most famous person in the world right now.
It might be him or Donald Trump.
Donald Trump probably got head on the river hella times and nobody took pictures of that shit. Kanye West get head on the river once. The whole world see that shit in an hour, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
Maybe you're Chicago biased.
Not even that. It's just, man, that's Kanye fucking West. This fucking fly is bugging me. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want the camera thinking I'm tweaking.
Right.
I don't fuck with perks and that.
Right. Hey, so tell us a little bit about the music you've been making lately.
It's been very artful. I've been dealing with my guy Barty at B from out of Sacramento, and he been giving me all his soul shit.
Okay.
All his soul shit. So like, we making this sound that just remind me of Rockefeller a lot.
Oh, okay.
You
so
know,
some Just Blaze?
Just some Just Blaze, some Yeezy, some Hitmaker shit. You know what I'm saying? Some Heat Makers. You know what I mean? Some Heatmaker shit, Yay shit, Knife Wonder.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Are you working on an actual album or you just
EP? I was fucked up with the title, but I'm thinking I might just name it Just That Rockefeller.
It's That Rockefeller?
This That Rockefeller.
This That Rockefeller?
This
Damn,
That Rockefeller.
Bro. You really fuck with Jay-Z, huh?
Man, it's not even just about just Jay. It's the
Did
whole
you used
movement.
to wear Rockaware?
Yeah, I couldn't even afford Rockaware, but I wanted to with some Timbs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
some Butter Timbs?
Yeah, butters, blacks, you know what I mean, different colors, forest greens, you know what I mean, with the black collar.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
So you're working on a new EP. What are some of the collabs and people you've been working with?
Shit, right now, just to produce a body at B. I've been on other people's projects, like Cody Wavy Dead out there in Sac. I was on this last project. The Gatlin, I'm on a couple of his projects.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I got Styling on my last that shit fire. The one I got Styling on, he was on my last project. You know, I rarely reach out to people and be like, you know, my shit.
Right. Are you doing videos and all that shit for your new EP?
Yeah. I'm shooting videos, man. I'm looking for some videographers right now. That's really dope.
Yeah, we got a couple dope videographers we could point you in the direction of for sure.
Yeah, we gonna link up for sure.
Yeah,
we gonna link up. Like I was saying, bro, it's just about getting this bag right.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm being modest. Like I'm an honest dude. Like y'all hear a lot from me because I can't, you feel me, necessarily put it out there financially. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna say some hustler shit, but I want to show improve at the same time.
So why is now the time for you to start releasing these projects?
Because I got a plan. You know what I'm saying? I got a plan for real. You know, it's not even just about just believing in myself a lot more. It's just believing in the plan I have set out right now. You know?
What could we look out for you? Where could we find you and everything?
Instagram, UNGB _ Beama, BEAMA. Go to any streaming platform, type in Beama, BEAMA. You'll see a couple of my projects, Marvin, my other project, damn, I got a brain freeze right now.
So, but they can search you and everything will pop up, right?
Yeah,
You're on
type
all
in
the
Beama, you'll see all my shit,
streaming
man.
platforms and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. Anything you want to leave the people with?
Shit, just stay tuned, man. There's more Beamer shit to come out. You know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram. I'll follow back. I'm looking for all opportunities.
All right, sounds good. It's Mars Radio. It's Beama, and we out.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Mars.